I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep, and he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
White 25! 55! Let's go, D! It's going to be a long day like this. It's going to be a long day.
They'll run on first down. Akers. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 25 on second down, Ryan airing it out, looking for Ridley. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Watson off play action. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is caught. It's close. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
You might be getting tired of seeing me. Mike, 53.
From the gun, here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll find Akins there, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Pass complete from Watson to Akins. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
Give me 9. It's a 3 for Mike.
1st and 10. Watson. And he rifles one incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After the sack on 1st down, Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
On 1st down, Akers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Let's go. Let's do it. Ready. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got ready to go.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. His throw incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former 1st-round pick, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Akers. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Check.
Now it's Ryan. He can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a 1st half to forget. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can...
And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big-time play there for the Texans. 55 yards. Faking the give. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, screenplay, Johnson. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now it's Ryan. And this one complete to Smith. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Take it at the 37. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tyler Davison hauling it off the edge to sack him. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Ryan hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready, back 25.
They'll run on first down. Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, switch gears. Recon, 132 fighter.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Falcons grab it. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On first down, Watson. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Watson now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Touchdown, Texans. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Again they run with Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Let's get off the field.
Now Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. This is taken at the 18. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards. Watson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's had himself a game.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Watson now to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Timmy Jernigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Play action. It's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Switch up, switch up.
To throw is Watson. Underneath for Johnson. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So kind of a tough break there. No real hook or slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Houston, it's the Falcons. They've got the football, they've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Sean. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. They'll try the left side. Akers. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. What the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't...
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Beck. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a 1st as that leads to 4th down.
A 54-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Watson off play action. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. On 1st down, Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and need a play.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And it's fielded at the 34. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I like the call there, because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick. I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He'll look to throw. And he'll find Akins there, complete. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
I know it was a completion, but probably not the best decision to throw the ball into the middle of the field here. No timeouts. Give a ton of credit to him making the catch and finding a way to get to the sideline and get out of bounds.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Check it back. Check.
Ryan to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So now it's going to come down to the Pro Bowler, Gostkowski. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And the 13-year man puts it through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Did you expect anything less from Stephen Gostkowski? This guy, he's a machine out there, Charles.
Even in the clutch, the bigger the situation, the more likely that it goes right down the middle. And I think he just bailed his guys out in the end, yet again.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Atlanta, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking. It might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Like 5! Mike 58, Nicholas 66.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Steps away to his left. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Brooks Reed with a tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
30. You got nothing.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 41-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way,
the pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Dayon Buchanan coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Wide, get wide.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The tackle made by Xavier Williams.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Here we go, G.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. That ball complete to Isabella. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Murray keeps it himself, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Grant. And some room to run now. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Set, hut, stand, ring. Watching your back. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails...
Offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Roethlisberger. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returnable here for Davis. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Goes right side, and that's complete. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. They will run with Grant. And an alley to run. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And it's caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Murray now. That's caught at the 3. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Hicks. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger, and that is incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Davis now to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays, here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and a route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Roethlisberger now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. That one good for 14 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good pickup of 6 there on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Murray going to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
I'm coming after you. Zoom, zoom. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. In the face. Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's going to wind up into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They go draw play. This is Samuels, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Dayon Buchanan able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shot for Smith-Schuster. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. An update now from Oakland, and it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm coming. 50's to Mike. 50's to Mike. Rip left, rip left. Shift. Check 31, check 31.
Throwing now is Murray. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Ready? 18 Gator. Fuck, Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Check. Get it ready.
Murray now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
And teams have a tough time running the ball as this one has throughout this game. It's so easy to just say, forget it, let's throw the football. But that's exactly why you stay with the running game. Eventually, you stick with it, you make some adjustments, you often find ways to run the ball better as the game goes on.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. We'll give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron's got it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Roethlisberger now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, alert! Easy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They'll look to run with Connor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting. And
he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
That's what I do.
Now it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
No.
They go back to Grant. And an alley to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Motion. Hey.
1st down, Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger will throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you. I got you. 53. Wahoo. 53. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check. 50. 22, 44. Check. 53 is mine.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Hey, let's get that ball. Get that ball. Here we go. 50.
After the turnover, here's Murray going for the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Corey Grant with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go, D.
Here's Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington.
Roethlisberger's pass leads to James Washington. It's a gain of 8.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Ebron. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And this one's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Right there.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's a gain of 3. And a Steeler first down.
Like 80.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Like 20. Mike 54. I got wide.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darren Lee picks it. And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dayon Buchanan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
All right now. 180. Mike 54. Come to my work.
Throwing now. Roethlisberger on first down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And now here's another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Here we go.
ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. High seven. High seven.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Let's go. Get the play. It's our field. It's our field. Yo. Slow. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 50. Mike 50. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. That's it. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Watch the run.
3rd and long, Murray from his end zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go. Slam.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the time they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Ben to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. What a boost for this offense that he can throw in a run like that after the success that he's had throwing the football.
I love that, being able to mix in something a little bit different just when you're starting to think that's all you're going to see. He changed it up, flipped the script on him, and boy, did it work to his offense's benefit.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to pour it on. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This will be taken very short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cardinals, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.